magazine. I really apologize about the technical issues we've had this morning. We did get to spend some cool time out in the Reagan Peace Garden. Saw a little bit of the Berlin Wall. Got to hear a little bit from Chris Niles about Reagan's story, where he got to speak on campus and really made a big impact on the campus here at Eureka. And so we're getting started with our 9 o'clock broadcast here in the Ronald Reagan. This is a really cool museum here at Eureka College. Got some great photos and paintings of Ronald Reagan. Got some really cool other memorabilia and letters and autographs and that kind of stuff. So very cool. If you're in the area here at Eureka, I'd highly recommend checking this out. This is very cool. So this broadcast, we're going to spend a lot of time interviewing guests. First up, we have Dr. Jamel Wright. She's the president of Eureka College. Come on and join me, Jamel.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome. Good seeing you.
Thank you so much. Good to see you,
really
too.
Glad you're here.
Thank you.
How long have you been the president here at Eureka?
This is my second year as president.
Second year, okay.
Yeah, and first, let me just do an official, full-fledged shout-out to all the members of Tau Kappa Epsilon. Happy Founders Day to all of you all. This is absolutely amazing. You all have been an amazing organization for all these many years. We greatly appreciate your contributions in terms of leadership, and I'm so glad that you all are here on our campus today, because one of our greats, President Ronald Reagan, is a member of Tau Kappa Epsilon. So thank you for being here.
Thank you very much for having us. The staff here at Eureka have been great, helping us plan this trip, and we're really excited to highlight such a great college.
So great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. So tell me a little bit about Eureka College. Why should someone attend? What's kind of the niche here of going to Eureka?
Well, interestingly, and I think this is the niche that made Ronald Reagan adore this institution so greatly, is for 163 years nearly now, Eureka College has been a place where we offer very personalized and customized educational experience, and where we train leaders like President Ronald Reagan. You know, he spanned 5 careers in his time, including ultimately becoming the President of the United States. And to do that at that time was absolutely almost unheard of. 5 careers, and now I think a lot of students graduating will have that type of experience where they'll span many careers, and we prepared him for that. And so we are the smallest college to ever graduate a future president of the United States. We are the first in the state and third in the nation to admit men and women on an equal basis. Founded by abolitionists from Kentucky, who were very much so the belief of that higher education serves a higher purpose. And we still today believe that we serve a higher purpose, not just to give people a degree, but actually to help them lead fulfilling lives and become the type of leaders that Ronald Reagan was to us.
That's awesome. Yeah. So I'm sure everybody has their personal famous, Reagan story, right?
Sure.
Mine for TEKE Nation is the Educational Foundation sent out a letter to all alumni and said, hey, will you be a good TEKE and give to the Educational Foundation? And Reagan, being the good TEKE he was, wrote his check for $100 and sent in the little reply form that was with it. Well, on the back of the reply form was an address change. And so Ronald Reagan said 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, because he was so concerned that his fraternity was unaware that he became president.
Wouldn't be able to find him.
Right. So that's my personal Reagan favorite story. What about you?
Well, there are so many. And Reagan visited this institution about 13 times from graduation, and always said, so one of the favorite sayings, I have a lot of sayings and quotes, and because being a leader myself, as president of Reagan's institution, I always think it very important to look at some of the things that he said and use it for inspiration. So instead of a story, I'll say one of the things that he said is that everything good in his life started here at Eureka College. And the reason for that is one of the things Ronald Reagan famously believed was that if no one's worried about who takes the credit, then we can accomplish so much. And I think that type of attitude is definitely something that we need today. It's definitely something that the members of Tau Kappa Epsilon, Alpha Kappa Alpha, which I'm a member of, we believe that ability to unite, whether you have different perspectives or not, is more critically important than just representing yourself in one particular perspective. And so I actually think about that every single day. that if I'm not worried about getting credit, if you're not worried about getting credit, and we just work together as a team, then we can accomplish so much more.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for spending some time with us.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate it. Anything else you want to add before we let you get back to your busy life?
No, just that you all, as members of Talk Epsilon, again, thank you for all the things that you do in the community. Thank you for the things that you all have done to support Eureka College. We have an amazing chapter of members of Tau Kappa Epsilon, some of whom you'll see here shortly. And so if you're thinking about going to college somewhere, for prospective students who might be watching this, come and meet them. You'll see that they're absolutely amazing. You'll get to see and walk the walkways where President Reagan walked, and he is, that 40th President of the United States, the shining example of what I see as being the finest of Tau Kappa Epsilon. So thank you again for being here.
Thank you very much.
Yes, appreciate everything that you all have done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Enjoy.
Thanks. So I've got our, hey Chris,
Hey.
welcome back.
Thank you, Dr. Wright. That was fantastic.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you. So next we've got Abigail Bradley, who is the Director of Greek Life, Director. Welcome.
Hi.
Really glad to have you. Thank you. Come on in. So talk to us about the campus, Greek Life here, Greek Life system, a little bit about TEKE chapter, etc.
Yeah, so we've got 6 chapters, 3 national charities, 1 national sorority, and 2 local sororities.
Okay.
So TEKE is definitely one of the founding chapters on the campus. It's over 100 years old. So they're great to work with. I love working with them every year. So,
Very cool.
yeah, happy Founders Day.
Thank you very much. We
So I think
appreciate it.
some of the guys are here right now if they want
They
to
are.
come on.
Yeah, well,
Come
come
on
on in, guys.
Yeah, so I will let y'all chat with them. So happy Founders Day.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Nice
We
to meet
appreciate it.
you.
Nice meeting you too.
Have fun.
All right, Fraters, come on.
Today is the first day of classes here on campus.
Yeah.
The Preakness has already come and gone once because he had to get back
Have
to
you come
campus.
Yep.
Come on over.
Come on in, guys.
And he may be able to join us here again in a couple minutes. I think he was going to politely let his professor know he has an event. But these guys are here. They all promised they were not skipping class in order to do it. I take them on their word. But I wanted to give them all a chance just to say hi, who you are, where you're from, say hi to TEKE Nation.
Yep. Start down here.
Hey, I'm Adam Newell. I am a sophomore. I'm from Morton, Illinois.
I'm Sashi Haddon from Chicago, Illinois. I'm a senior in Tau Kappa Epsilon, activated in November 2016.
Awesome.
Hey, I'm Brody Hibbard. I'm a senior. I'm from Washington, Illinois.
I'm Chris Trueblood. I'm also a senior. I'm from Washington, Illinois.
I'm Kenny Chapman. I'm a sophomore, and I'm from Anowin, Illinois.
Well, welcome, guys. Really glad you're here. Thank you very much.
Excited.
Happy Founders Day.
Definitely. Happy Founders Day.
Thanks for letting us come invade your campus today. We appreciate
Totally
it.
fine.
Anytime.
We guys have big plans for the night. Having a barbecue in this freezing cold or anything. No?
Let's pump up the grill in this nice weather.
There you go. Little tailgate,
Tomorrow,
Founders Day
6.
tailgate. Cool. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Go on in, say hi.
Yeah.
So next we come on in, Frater. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. What's your name? Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Daniel Baffa. I'm a senior
Cool.
and I'm majoring in digital and media design.
Cool. Very cool. Well, thank you. We're
Yeah.
glad to have you. Happy Founders Day, Frater.
Thanks, you too.
Next, we're going to have Shelly Shawanki. She is the alumni director here, director of alumni at Eureka. Welcome.
Yes, thank you.
Really glad to have you.
For me today.
So, a little bird told me that you have a really cool Reagan connection. Can you tell us about it?
Absolutely. I think my connection is I just have some history here.
Okay.
I've graduated in 1987, so
Okay.
I was a student
Okay.
while Reagan was president.
Okay.
So when I came, he was the first president that I ever had the opportunity to vote for.
Okay.
So I went out to the little grain elevator
Sure.
and here in Eureka,
Yeah.
and I was very proud to vote for President Reagan. And then had the opportunity, I've gotten to meet him on a few occasions. It was in a group setting, of course,
Sure.
when he came, when I was a freshman. He came and received the Time Man of the Year award.
Okay.
And I was in the chorale, so I got to, sing for him. I was a music major.
Okay.
So that was really exciting, and just such a thrill to see the helicopters come in, and just the advanced people who were here, and just to know that one of the alums is the President of the United States,
Yeah.
one of the most powerful men
Yeah.
in the world.
Yep.
Was just so awesome. And he came from such a great little college. It made me so proud to attend Eureka. And now that I've been around since 1989, I started working here at the college. And I know what a great college this is, and why he loved it so much.
Yeah.
So he came back a few times while I was working here too. That was the last time he returned to give the commencement speech. And so it was just such a thrill. I got to work with his advanced people. I got to, at the ceremony, we have a very special tradition called the Ivy ceremony. And so all the graduates get up and there's a big string of ivy. And so, and then they're clipped away. And it's just very symbolic, you know, about how you take what you learned at Eureka and you plant yourself elsewhere. But you're always a part of this community. So I had the pleasure of bringing President Reagan up to the Ivy chain, and just wonderful experiences.
Wow.
I also went out to the Willard Hotel in Washington, D.C., and had the privilege of presenting a quilt to Nancy Reagan on stage. I did that along with another classmate. So it was, just wonderful memories. I also have been around to watch the Reagan Museum come together.
That's awesome.
And we would receive boxes from the Reagan Museum or from President Reagan himself. And we knew that because his handwriting was on the outside of the box for Eureka College. And you would open the box, and there weren't descriptions of things. But there would be little sticky notes that say, check out page 193 of this book. Or, so you knew it was very personal to him, the things that came here.
That's awesome.
So.
Well, thank you very much for being with us. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
It's fun to tell stories.
I know. Teke Nation, we will be right back. We're going to take a short break, and then we'll be joining you back here on Facebook here in a few minutes. So thank you very much.